Nope, and there we go. Gotta make sure I do all the weekly stuff. And take a look at all that. You know what? Let's see. I'll take the money, definitely. Might as well take that as well. Reclaim hub. Don't have a lot. I think I'll hold off. Hold off for now. Yeah, today was, or was it technically this morning was the day 2 of the Berlin Fan Fest for Final Fantasy 14. I think they just kind of went over like, I think they were doing a PvP kind of like tournament, which is wild because at one point the PvP and Final Fantasy was so trash that no one would ever really like, oh yeah, it's there, whatever. Now it's actually good enough to like them to showcase like a tournament, so I thought that's pretty interesting. And I think honestly, because they worked on the PvP side, it's what helped make the evolved system, the new kind of fighting system that's going to be implemented in the new expansion. Because people were saying like, why can't I just have like, if instead of having 3 separate buttons where like you press one, then for the combo you have to press like 3 other ones, why can that one button just change and then you just keep on hitting that one button? Plus the save spaces have a lot of less button bloat. Yeah, so they're taking like a page out of that and they're trying to minimize button bloat because as time goes on, you want new abilities, but if it's like you had to scroll, especially for like console, is probably the reason why they did it. It's like you have a lot of skills, and they probably thought that some of the combo skills is not really needed to do like have a special key for it. Just have one button where you just press it over and over and just for the combo. The only thing bad is like because you could use both systems because I know, for example, for Gunbreaker, when you're tanking, sometimes like if you're something bad's happening and your healer's like no, busy trying to like or heal other people that were just getting murdered the whole time. Sometimes I know this combo sucks, but like usually the second hit of the combo of Gunbreaker is the heal combo. So sometimes you just press 1 2 1 2 1 2 just over and over again. It's the feeling of it sucks, but you have to do it to stay alive. I've done that before where like 2 of the DPSs died, the healer is like barely holding on by a thread, or worst case scenario, our healer died and we have a summoner or red mage as a DPS who's trying to keep everyone alive. Like, and the only time I wouldn't just automatically just kill myself, like just die or whatever, is like if you're like the last like, I don't know, 4% health, then I'll try to like, tough it out. If you're like halfway and that happens, I'm like, yeah, we just wipe. Yeah, I just don't like it when a tank is like, let's say back when warriors were like the heal tank. Um, they try to do this thing where like let's say something happens where like the healer dies, then we all die, and he's just like alive, and he just says, oh, I want to just like from 99 all the way to like no 100. I want to just keep on going. I'm like, I leave. I'm like, generally I don't leave, but that's when I leave. I'm like, that's too silly. Because that fight is going to take for like probably like an hour or something. And I don't have that kind of time. Yeah. That's kind of like one of those like I know I've seen it happen before, not just me, but like at one point a lot of tanks were trying to do that to show you like, oh, how strong I am. No, you're just wasting everyone's time. Now, if you're at the last like, I don't know, less than 10%, then you try to do it, right? I'll stay. Now I'm like, whatever. You're gonna take like 20 minutes and waste my time, but whatever. I do not do that. If it's like, was it more than half health? I'm like, yeah, you're just doing this to waste people's time. I think anyone who's tanking should understand that concept. Yeah, there was a time where like pretty much if every time you do like I think the first alliance raid, that's when you have to like worry about like, okay, what this tank is gonna do. Like I think crystalline tower or something. Because that's when you'll play with people who this is their first time tanking or first time healing. So sometimes they're a little bit crazy. Like I've seen a tank that's kind of like kept on like going in circles and like cleaving the whole room because like they didn't understand that you're supposed to like target the boss away from everyone. Yeah, pretty much you just run to the boss as a tank and just go through them and then you start tanking over there. Generally, I don't like to use the rush move to get to the boss. What I like to do is like I mean depending on which one, I guess. Like if it's paladin, I do that. I forgot the hell it was called, but it's pretty much like their little long distance not the shield throw. That's the kind of like aggroing everyone from a long distance or like to get their attention. I don't do that. I do the little like magical beam. Like they kind of like rain it down on the person. I just do that first, then essentially immediately when I go over there, if I don't already like provoke them. Sometimes, yeah, some tanks like to do that provoke. I have been in groups where like I don't like main tanking. But I have been in like in alliance raids where no one wanted to main tank, so I'm like, okay, I'll start main tanking then, whatever. So as I'm main tanking, then someone would try to like, they use provoking, get the aggro off of me. I was like, if you want to main tank, then just main tank. Where there's like I'm pretty sure anyone who's ever tanked, they've been in that situation where like, okay, I don't really want to main tank today. I'll let everyone else do it. Then as soon as you like, no one else wants to do anything, like, ah, fuck it, I'll main tank. And when you're main tanking, they're like, oh no. And I just remember someone actually used the Shrek, I forget. It's pretty much when you like offload your aggro to like the other tank. So the guy stole Amity, man, stole aggro before I mispronounced the word. So stole aggro from me, then threw aggro back on me as I was no longer the main tank. So I'm like, what in the hell does this person want to do? This up. One over here. Hopefully these things don't run away. That's excessive. Actually, these things are fast over here. Oh, okay. pretty safe. Things are not running away. Okay, yeah. See, this time, look how many things are on the field. I still don't understand why every once in a while they start disappearing off the field. So when you look back, nothing's there. Not nothing. It's like one or two. Still don't get it. Oh, and for news on the no the other my I won't say obsession, but my other thing that I'm into right now is just Magic the Gathering. The Hobbit set is coming out, and they're reprinting a lot of the good cards that was very expensive in the original Lord of the Rings set. So I am waiting until after those cards are released. Then hopefully the price of the stuff that I want goes down. So then I'll start like messing with it. Then I think is after the Hobbit set, it is the new actual in-universe set. Then after that one, it's the Star Trek set. I don't know a lot about Star Trek, so that's why for me, I'm like, yeah. But I mean, they're reprinting some other cards. They kind of showcase a little bit of those cards on that, so I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, that'll be fun. I might even get the card just because I think it's funny. But yeah, all in all, I don't know too much about Star Trek. I've only seen, I mean, the super original Star Trek. I think what, my God, I don't even remember the name. Captain Kirk, then Luke Picard, then the one in the big space station. Instead of just actually like flying around, it's like a big space station. That one, and a little like, I'm not sure if that was like Deep Space Nine. I think that might have been that. And there's the other one that I only saw briefly, like. So I mean, I did used to actually kind of watch a little bit more of Star Trek than I used to. I think my dad was just more into Star Trek than Star Wars. That's probably the main reason why. Well, some other people like when they talk about Star Wars, they're like, "Oh yeah, like this series is better and all that." I'm like, if the fight scene is not cool, I don't care. Like to me, the original fight scenes in Star Wars to me it was kind of lame, and I first started like actually like kind of like paying attention to Star Wars once what then when Darth Maul came out, because I was like, oh, this is how the fight could be. Yeah, prior to that, I never really cared too much for so Star Wars. I mean, I thought the lightsaber, the whole concept was cool, but like to me, the fighting was like too like slow. If I wanted to watch that, I'll just watch it as an old Kurosawa movie. I actually I took a class in that in like a 1 credit class in college for that one. It's like it's kind of like I want to say a movie appreciation, but we did watch a lot of Kurosawa movies, and I was like, I really like this. It was just like a 1 credit class, and I saw that, I was like, oh, I'll take it. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed that one. And I think a lot of, I mean, it also helps that I was in Japan, so then we kind of like, I think took almost like a field trip to like, oh, this is where they kind of like where they shot the film and all that. So it was extra cool. And also, I'm not sure how to feel about this, but Ryan Gosling is going to be playing the new Ghost Rider. So I'm like, I'm not sure how I feel, but I have to probably see the trailer to really get a feeling for it. Because right now, I just like, I don't want it to end up like Blade, where like new actor playing Blade, but we never really get to see anything. So I'm like, I think that movie got canceled and all that. So for me, I'm like, okay, I'll wait until I won't pass any kind of judgment until I see some like the whole movie in action. Because I think with CGI now, they can make a good Ghost Rider movie. During Nicolas Cage time, the CGI was too weak, and they really couldn't make a good Ghost Rider movie. Then I don't talk of even though like they mm, to give them credit, I guess they tried the best with the stuff they had available. But goddamn, I did not enjoy the first two movies, or the only movies. You know, another game that we probably all need to do again once we could get everyone back on board at a normal time. It'd probably be the back rooms. Even though that we did kind of do a little bit in Mecha Chameleon of the back rooms. Once again. Yeah, because then we they're all, I think everyone in the group, no, not everyone. I'll make everyone just watch the movie. Because the movie was really good. I liked it. There's some parts that are, if you want to nitpick it really hard, there's some parts that you wish, because you like the movie, you wanted to expand on certain things, but I was like, maybe at a certain point, not expanding it is what drove some of the questions. For example, like the main character, like the trouble that he's going through, like you want to see like more from other people's perspective. So then it just seems like it could be interpreted a few ways. We're like, oh, is this the main character kind of a scumbag, or no? Which I think that's what they're going for, but you don't know if that's like 100% the case, or maybe is there validity to his like anger and all that. But yeah, so I think, and of course that was the director's first movie, like featured movie like that. So all in all, like I still think that movie was really good. And honestly, to me, I think if you were to say what was one of the scariest movies, I was like, definitely Obsession. That shit was freaky. Like Obsession, that had a whole movie. I'm like, okay, because it did what it was supposed to do. It's like a movie that it doesn't have to show you like a bunch of gore to make you uncomfortable. It just like anyone who's normal watching it, if you watch that movie and you felt nothing, I think that just shows you how, like, it's like, you might have some problems. But if you watch that, you're like, ooh, this is kind of uncomfortable, right? That's what they were going for. Another movie I won't be able to watch at nighttime is The Other Mommy. That movie, the trailer messed me up. There was like another movie too, I think it's called like something around like The Passenger or something. I thought that movie was going to be good because the trailer was kind of like, okay, it seems kind of good. But then when the movie came out, it's like, okay, they were trying. It's almost like when you're, think of, okay, you try to create something new and you have too many directions you want it to go. So, I mean, initially when you make it all, you're like, okay, let me get, what are all the good things, right? So you have all these good ideas, and then when you mesh it all together, you're like, as you make the story, right, you're supposed to like kind of like trim the fat off of it. It feels like for like the Passenger movie, it's like they had all these ideas, but they couldn't really settle on one, so it just kind of made it like bland. almost like making a, I guess in a way, making soup or something. He's like, what are these good ingredients I could put in the soup? You have all these good ingredients. Then, but some things clash with each other. So you're like, at the end, you're like, okay, I want to take this out, and this out. Like, I won't put these into the mix. This movie is what happens when you put too much of it into the mix. And so now you just have like a jumbled mess of things. Like, the fact that it's a soup, that part is still there, but like, everything else is like, you're just like, what is this mess? It's a hot mess. That'd be the best way to describe it. A hot mess. But yeah, that, I had high hopes for that one. And of course the Resident Evil movie that's coming out. Oh. Oh, okay. Resident Evil movie's coming out, right? IGN did an interview with the director, and that interview ended up being awkward as hell, to say the least. And yeah, that it was kind of like, I think the interviewer said later on set, right? Because in his ear he had his producer telling him like, oh, you should do this and this kind of stuff, right? So he was trying to, but because he was trying to like kind of ad-lib certain questions and whatnot, the interview kind of like, he didn't prep the director to like, hey, this is the kind of the flow, like I want to ask you these kind of questions, right? Because most interviews these days are not organic. So, but either way, by doing that, he made it super awkward. Even the director was like, what are we doing? And remember, he used to do like sketch comedy. So even he didn't like first he was like playing along, right? Like, okay. I kind of get what you're trying to do, right? But then as the interviewer kind of like was trying to take it back to like a normal way, or like, then he's like, what? Like you could just tell, he's like, I don't, like, what are you trying to do? Like, then he was trying to be nice and be like, okay, like, let's move on. Because you could just tell it was getting awkward. But yeah, at least because of that, now you're just like, it was like a first IGN interview that I'm like, oh, and I don't even know why. I think I watched the IGN interview because I just happened to be looking at a trailer for something else that was on, happened to come up on IGN first. I almost never look at IGN anymore. Like, realistically, like, I don't think really anyone ever looks up IGN stuff. I mean, I don't really go out of my way. If it comes up on my feed, I might look at something, but if I had a choice, I'm not looking at IGN things. Yeah, because there's so many, I think a lot of the companies these days, they just like direct put out whatever they want to put out. So it's like, you don't need IGN anymore to like look at cool trailers and whatnot. It's on YouTube or whatever. You can just find it directly from the source. But yeah, that interview was awkward. But not talking about the interview, just the movie itself, it looks good. Like, I get what the director was trying to do. He's like, okay, I want to make a Resident Evil movie where it has all like the ingredients of a Resident Evil game or whatever, right? The main character, he's like, doesn't have anything. He goes to place to place, hoofing it, and then he gets like different weapons. And there's even a scene where like the main character, he's like, okay, there's a locked door with a lock on it, right? He has a gun, so it's like, okay, shoot the lock. He shoots and he misses, and he's like, what the hell? And I was like, yep. And I think anyone who's any normal person watches that, they'll be like, yeah, that was me. I'll probably do the same thing too. Like, try to, I'll shoot the lock off. And then you shoot it off, or try to, and you miss. And then you just be like, oh, God damn it. Like, I can't be this bad. It's almost like when when you're in the military in boot camp, they have you jump off a high dive, and you're supposed to swim. I remember I jumped off the high dive. I was like, hey, what am I doing with my glasses? I don't have anything to like, keep it on. I was like, oh, don't worry. So I think I lost my glasses, right? I remember jumping off, and I was like, jumped off. Of course, my glasses fell off, right? Naturally. And I panicked. I 100% panicked, right? I was trying to do the normal like crawl, swim out of there. I just had to do the elementary backstroke. I'm not even sure what they call it these days, but that's what we used to call it. I had to just backstroke my way out of there. I'm like, okay, I know I could do this, like, because they taught you. Because I was never officially a lifeguard, but since a lot of my friends were, they kind of like, to go to the pool to swim by yourself, you had this one, like, I think it's like a blue card. I think I still might have it somewhere, but the lifeguard has to like test you to see if you can swim, and they give you like a blue card, right? That shows you like, okay, yeah, he can swim. And so they had to do a little training, swim from one side to the other, swim down and up, all this kind of stuff, right? But I remember like when I was taking the test, like mine was a little bit hard, like, oh, get this one, like, I don't know, it's almost like a cement block, and try to like bring that up and all this other stuff. And I'm like, dude, what the like, god damn, this is kind of difficult. He was giving me the lifeguard test. So technically I was like an unofficial lifeguard. Like I had the qualifications for it. I just never really like, in a sense, I never stood that watch. I know actually I did a few times. But yeah, I mean, at that point, a lot of my friends were like lifeguards, so that's what, like, oh yeah, like sometimes they'll go and break, hey, just watch this. I'm like, what the oh, okay. So yeah, it's kind of like that. I have saved, I mean, I've drowned before, like, when I was really little, before I learned to swim, I definitely like halfway drowned. Then I also tried to drown someone else at one point, because it was like their fault I was halfway drowning. So I'm like, okay, I'll get you back. Then later on, try to drown them. Yeah, it sounds goofy now, but back then we're like, oh yeah, I'll try to drown you, bro. I don't know. It's almost like, was it like? Oh, never mind. I thought I saw that. That was a treasure box. Darn. Yeah, but because of that, right? Like, they kind of taught you as a lifeguard, like, okay, the elementary backstroke is like one of the easiest strokes, so we just do that. So, like, pretty much, if something's happening and you're panicking, you just default to that. And if you default to that one, then you're pretty much good. And it worked. Like, the training that it gave me back when I was in elementary, actually. Yeah, the training they gave me back in elementary for that elementary backstroke is, and they also teach you as a when you're in a lifeguard, doing lifeguard training. So pretty much the training they gave me in elementary that was reinforced as doing lifeguard training is what helped me in the military. Yeah, it's almost like riding a bike or driving a car. Like, once you learn it one time, then like you just, at that point you just know how to do it. Like to this day, I still cannot mentally I usually do image training before I do something. I can't do that for driving. Like, it just turns out weird. Like I can like honestly, for me, driving like an hour and all that doesn't really bother me, because I'm like I'm so focused on driving that it doesn't feel like it's a long time. I do feel tired afterwards, but like when I'm in the moment driving, right, since I'm just like, paying attention to the road, paying attention to the drivers and all that stuff, I don't feel how long the drive is until like I finally get home. Like, oh man, that drive's like 2 hours. What the hell? Oh, there's a lot of enemies over there. Okay, let's first get out that area. Hope these guys are not going to attack. Oh no, they're not. But yeah, I can't do image training on certain things. That's one of them. Like, bicycle I can. Even though I learned how to ride a bicycle by getting into like a awful crash Like we had an old bicycle. It was in, I think, Okinawa, and my handlebar kind of came off because it was very rusted. And the bike that I had, my dad got it for me when I was like 8, I think. Yeah, 8. Bad thing is, a little bit after he got it, he was like on deployment and all that kind of stuff a lot, so he couldn't really teach me. And by the time we did, like, we were in another house where it was like not a good area, so it was like we're up close to a lot of vehicles and stuff. So it's like, oh, it's not, maybe we'll go to like a park or something, but we didn't have a good car to put the bicycle inside to take it to our park. So for a long time, I just never rode a bicycle. Then when we finally moved to a place where I could ride it, it was really, really rusted, but things I didn't know about that. Then I remember going down a hill, I hit like a van and it's like totally wiped out, right? My mom took a picture of it. So there's a picture somewhere in the house. Um, yeah, so and probably if you look in the old family house with the albums and stuff, you'll probably there's somewhere in there, or hopefully it's on a reel somewhere so no one can see the picture. It was very embarrassing. But after that, crash, I did learn how to ride a bike. So even now, 'cause I used to ride a bike to the in my old place in Kamisea, the haunted place, which I will go over all the haunted stories. I think during the Obon festival, so it'll be around August-ish, somewhere in August, like probably the first 2 weeks. I forgot exactly when Obon starts. But yeah, I used to ride a bike a lot. I remember at one point, the other bike, I had a flat tire. I didn't realize it. Then all of a sudden, like swayed, almost like fell almost into traffic. So a lot of unfortunate events with that one. I remember, I think even before I learned to ride a bike, I kind of learned how to do it because there was like a big event where like I had to go and make sure that people didn't get lost, and it gave me a bike to go from point A to point B, and I was like riding the bike downhill. I was just using the force of it to go downhill, which is really, I know. I was on that one team even though I couldn't really ride a bike, which is wild. But yeah, but without those stories, everyone, take care, and we'll see you next week, or see you Monday. Just next week, I guess. Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We have, I think it was a Sunday, unless everyone gets on and want to try to do something else, I'll try to go back and we'll pick an indie horror game and we'll do that again. So look forward to this Sunday. Unless something wild pops up, Sunday we'll go back and do some horror stuff. Because I know no one else really likes it besides me. And with that, guys, hope you guys take care. Hope you were able to, get some good R&R this weekend. And we'll talk to you more tomorrow. Peace.